9 days, after 10 days of Rio, 9 days of rain, it is definitely time to say goodbye. There is a Corcovado mountain with, unfortunately, you can't see the Cristo. And here I've got Pão de Açúcar. We left Rio basically because I was fed up. I mean, it's raining. We are lying at a place where we cannot run water maker, so we are literally running out of water. Now there is a possibility of getting a hose of 1 kilometer long from the mainland, but I thought, why don't we just get out of there? So the problem is that Ilha Grande is to the west, and that's where the wind is coming from. So we are going to try to find out whether we can stay at least for a day in these islands, Ilhas Caragas, which are just in front of the Bay of Rio. The problem is that our charts are not more detailed than this. Pilot books do not include it, and our apps like Navly and NOFOREIGNLAND don't do it either. But on the Google satellite picture, there are lots of boats there, and I think it must be a popular tourist destination for the day. So I think we're going to be fine. Captain is a little bit less convinced. Let's see what happens. So there I've got Rio, and it looks like one is entering Jurassic Park. It's very deep. Fabio's going to put the anchor ball so we can pull the anchor up, contrary if it's stuck. And I think so I'm out here in the middle of nowhere, and I had hoped to stop on this rock that we anchored in front of, but it's impossible. So it's a few rocks together, just in front of Rio. There you've got the Pão de Açúcar, Copacabana. So we just had a squall, one of those tremendous ones. And we didn't really see it coming. Yeah, we saw some dark in the background, but I thought it's okay. We were 1 hour away from Ilha Grande. So down the sails, I think we almost got 40 knots of wind, lots of rain, and now the wind is back to normal, so 14 knots. Almost no rain anymore, and that is Ilha Grande with Pico de Papagaio on the top. Famous hike that of course we are not going to do. So while we had this squall, our reef lines exited from the constrictor. We hadn't tied a knot in the end, so now we are trying to put them back.
Che va lì su e torna di qua, ora vado dall'altra parte.
So third reef, second reef, first reef, and I've got the constrictors here. Go into the constrictors that operate as the stoppers, and then they go up front. And these up front is where we didn't put a knot. And all this in this beautiful first bay of Ilha Grande, where I've got the palm trees coming down to the waterfront, the vapor rising up from the forest. And if I recall correctly, tonight we are going to hear the monkeys.
So you could just swim to shore. You can't really go on shore unless you're in front of the beach, because there are these rocks and trees all the way down to the shore. And it also means that there is a lot of organic material in the water, so that the water isn't transparent. It's green.
And dolphins while we are entering the Bay of Paraty. Real Brazilian dolphins, as Julia said 20 years ago. There they are. We are here anchored in front of Paraty, and it is Carnaval, it's called. So carnival on the water. Everything that floats is out. So we decided we are going to go on shore. It's Saturday morning at 7 o'clock in front of Paraty, and the fisherman has just laid out a net, and I think is now scaring the fish in that direction. Then we've got a home-built worm and the harbour of Paraty with all the tourist boats, and on front of the boat, as you can see, I have got a herring. And the heron that awaits its breakfast.